Hello everyone and welcome back to Europa Universalis for the religious wars, and we're about to see a peace deal over here with the Zoroastrians and the Sikh because they are, as far as I can tell, at 90%. So they're soon going to be able to take whatever they want. I think they're going to take at least 4 provinces because they have 4 claims. The biggest military power in the game at the moment are the Zoroastrians. They're fighting one of the weaker ones. So yeah, I think they're going to take their 4 claims, perhaps even more. I don't really know, but it's definitely not going to create a border with the Shia just yet, which is probably beneficial for both nations. I wonder who would win. Zoroastrians have more men, but no manpower, and the Shia are kind of just overextended, I would say. In general, not in the actual game mechanic. But they now board the Hindus, so that's going to be very interesting to see what the Hindu do. They're currently at war with the Theravada, and they're getting beaten, even though these guys have taken terrain penalty, but they probably have way more men, so that is probably why. Now I'm going rather slow at the moment. So yeah, one war has just ended. Which one was that? Well, I would like to know. I think, I know which one it was. It was the Ibadi conquest. Yeah, so this one has just ended. It seems like nobody has taken anything as far as I can tell. Actually, no. The Ibadi have taken Adan back. Interesting. That is very interesting and unexpected. I thought the alliance was winning, but apparently the Ibadi have been able, despite the attack from the Shias, to win the war. That is quite surprising. Oh well. Okay. Well, that's definitely something new. So yeah, they've just Orthodox. So the Orthodox peaced out early in February, and in June. Okay. Okay. So that's interesting. I did not expect that. Alright, very cool. Well, so there's only 2 wars at the moment. Actually, only one because the Zoroastrians have just peaced out and they've taken way more than expected. Okay, so they've taken their 4 claims, Bast, Bamiyan, Ghazi, and then they've taken another 4 extra provinces, which actually did create a border with the Shia. So they are going to be able to come to blows rather quickly. Although I don't think it's going to be the Zoroastrians attacking. I wonder if the Tengri Zoroastrians will do anything against each other, because they do border each other now, but I doubt it. Now, the Hindus have now no more footholds over here. They're actually being attacked by the Theravadas now, so wow, the Theravadas have been able to defend rather quickly, and they've now destroyed the Hindu army, so this war will be over quickly. I wonder if they have any claims. They do not have any claims, but perhaps they will take anything nonetheless, so that would be interesting. So the Hindu have been beaten. Wow. So I did expect that they would win, simply because of the timing was so great. And they had brought over another 26,000 men, but that's probably not enough, because their holdings are being besieged at the moment. Do we have any other wars? No, so that's the only war, -24. I wonder if Theravada will take something. I kind of want them to, because they deserve it, but I kind of don't want them to because I like how the border looks at the moment. So that would be, yeah, I really don't know. Now, one thing I'm very happy and I'm very proud about is that the Protestants kind of escaped their almost imminent defeat over here. I mean, they look still powerful, and they have Danzig colonized, or they have Danzig colonized. They're still allied to the Orthodox, which helped them survive, and probably which also deters the Reformed from attacking anymore. But yeah, I'm still happy to see that they're colonizing over here. Perhaps they will create a colonial nation, and therefore the Protestant religion will live on in the New World, and I'm very glad. Now the Catholics are also over here. They're just everywhere. The Catholics are really mad. They're going everywhere. They have Azov over there. I think they've already done colonizing this. They're just everywhere. These guys are nuts. But yeah, so let's check out this war. So they're colonizing, well, not colonizing, but they're besieging stuff over there. It's just a dreadful war, to be honest. I really thought they would win, but I was surprised that the Theravada, despite being attacked from the Mahayanas and the Shinto, that they still had so many troops left. And yeah, the war has just peaced out. Nobody took anything. Alright, that was to be expected, and I kind of wanted to have it this way. Alright, so any wars going on at the moment? No wars going on. Cool. Nobody's in Australia yet. And we also do not see the colonial nation yet. So let's actually zoom out and let the game just run a bit to see where everyone colonizes. So obviously we see the Sunni having some problems, but also the Catholics have Sunni separatists. So hopefully they will deal with them in time. Otherwise it will pretty much look bad. Alright, so the Confucians have just had to abandon one of their colonies. Does that mean they're at war? No. Wait, what the hell? What did they stop? Did they keep sending a dude and then stop it again? Now the Shintos, I would really like for the Shintos to colonize these provinces next, just because it looks very nice, a very nice front against the Tengri Empire, which would be amazing. But yeah, look at the alliance networks. We still have the Shinto, I think. Yeah, the Shinto still have their 2 alliances. The Theravada no longer have an alliance. Do we have any alliances here? The Orthodox Coptic Protestant alliance still strong. Okay, the Catholics are alone. So is everyone else. Oh no! The Shamanists are allied to the Inti. That is going to be very interesting, and I like this so much. So we have the Shamanists and the Inti, and they're able to definitely tag team the Animists. I wonder if that is something they will do. I definitely hope so. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I wonder if it's going to be possible for the North and the Tengri to ally each other and just sweep across everyone in Europe and Asia. That would be amazing, but the Zoroastrians are kind of in the way. So while we're waiting on wars, we should probably just check out the total army right now. Okay, so because of their war, the Zoroastrians had to abandon quite a lot of their men, which is no surprise. So the Reformed and the Inti have the most troops. Then we have the Shia, and then the Zoroastrians in Tengri. Okay, interesting. So the Animists are actually rather weak over there, but they do have more men than the Shamanist. Okay. Alright, let's check out the wars again. Is there any wars? No, there's still no wars. Alright, well, this says we can just check out the countries. Who has the most development at this moment? We have the Shias, obviously, because they constantly colonize and besiege other provinces. And we have the Nahuatl afterwards, because of their conquest, the Zoroastrians. Now, these two nations, Shia and Zoroastrian, they've really just demolished the Sikh Empire. Now, the Reformed are kind of stuck now, because the only one they could really attack was the Protestants, and now they're kind of being cock-blocked by the Orthodox. The Catholics are obviously over here, the Hindus, Vajrayani. Vajrayani is interesting that they're that far down the list, even though they've taken provinces off of confusion. But I guess who's the weakest? Yeah, obviously the usual suspects: the Jewish, Theravada, Ibadi confusion, Sunni. Well, I guess they really taken a beating from the Catholics. The Sikh and then the Mayan Empire is now even weaker than the Muisca. Okay, and then we have the rebels, which is us. Okay. Well, any more wars? No wars. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna have to sit back. Now, I'm very interested to see, because the Intis are allied to the Shamanist and the Animists. These three have not yet been in a war, so that will be cool. Everyone over here has been in a war, at least once, and the Totemist. So once these guys go to war, that will be glorious. So I think the Protestant might even be the first ones to get a colonial nation, if I see that correctly. Yeah, the Shamanist Empire is still over there. Still no colonial nation. Okay. Nobody in Australia yet. Just keep checking. And yeah, the Sikh are now even split in half, although there are Sikh separatists. And it seems like the Catholics are not taking care of their rebels. Yeah, there's 10 Sunni separatists. You have the ships. You have enough transport ships to take over your 40,000 men. Why are you not doing that? That is really stupid. That is just really stupid. Oh well, I guess if they don't want to, then they don't want to. Okay. So how does the alliance look over here? Still the Shinto. No alliance. Still the Shinto. Okay, no alliance. The Hindus also do not have an alliance. They should probably team up with the Sikh, but they're not interested. And oh, it seems like just a war has been declared. The Shia conquest of the Sikh again. Oh my god. They will never give them a break, will they? Yeah, so they're about to take at least 4 more provinces, perhaps, or 5 even. So yeah, that's definitely the end of the Sikh. They desperately try to escape into northern India here. But yeah, they can't possibly colonize faster than the Shia conquer. So that's gonna be... Yeah, they don't even have any forts here. Actually, they do, Cholistan and Lahore, but they're falling quickly. And their new capital is Delhi, so far away as possibly can be, but still not far away enough for the Shia. They don't have an army, so this is just terrible. The Shia just going in there taking everything. Wow, they're nuts. But so are the Zoroastrians, really. Alright, any other wars that we can see? Nope, that's the only war. It's already 66%. Yeah. So I'm betting 5 provinces, but it's probably gonna be more. Let's go. Right. Yep. 8 provinces is what they took. Oh my god. How's the religion looking? So they still have not actually colonized, converted any of it. It's still Sikh, but it will probably be colonized. Why do I say colonized? Excuse me, guys. It still will be converted at some point. I think that's just going to be how it is. Now the Coptics, however, they have actually converted all their provinces, which is surprising because Ibadi is part of a Muslim group, so it's harder to convert them, but they have done a good job, so that's good for them. Anything else we might have a look at? Nope, nothing else. So let's check out if the Protestants actually been able to get their colonial nation. No, it's still the Protestant Empire, allied to the Orthodox. And the totemists are just, they still have their core. You really see where they have their core. And then they just kind of went downwards, which is cool. But their armies are small. They have pretty much the starting army of 44,000 men and only a couple of ships. Yeah, it seems like the trade is really what's, they don't have any gold, they don't have any trade over here. They have terrible country. So yeah, I hope the best for them. But yeah. And we see the Catholics over here also. They already have Bermuda and they have 3 colonies going on. Okay. Where are the Protestants colonizing now? I mean, they're really focusing over here, which I think is cool. And once these 2 colonies are done, they're definitely going to have their colonial nation. But I think they should more focus on getting stronger in this area, because that's what the Reform do, right? So yeah, anyways, the Shamanists still added to the Inti Empire. I really want to see that war, and I want to see that colonial nation too. And the Orthodox conquest of Cyprus. So the Orthodox together with the Coptics are now pounding down on the Jews, and yeah, that's going to be rather quick for them. And the Shia will probably use that opportunity to declare war on the Jews. So yeah, the Coptics are making headway over here in the south, and the Orthodox attack from the north. Jews have no chance. I mean, they could probably wipe the Coptic army, although they are now 40 against 40, and they take across a river, and they got slaughtered. That is a shame. That is really a shame. They have a 1-4 general, but the Jews have a 1-5 general. Okay, so well, that was just really bad luck there, I would say. Or perhaps they have weaker troops. 16. No, they don't. So yeah, the Jews are also being ended here by the Orthodox and the Coptics. Oh well. What do the Orthodox have? They only have Cyprus as a claim, but the Coptics have claims, don't they? No claims on the Jews, but they're probably going to take stuff nonetheless. Yeah. So their armies are just relentlessly being attacked by both but both Coptics and Orthodox, although they've just been able to beat them back a little bit, so that's good. Their capital, Jerusalem, is being fiercely defended. But yeah, their Egyptian holdings are already swamped with Coptic troops. Poor guys. Anything else notable? Nope. So still this. So let's check out if there's a colonial nation, please. Yes, we finally see the colonial nation. Shamanist La Plata, everyone. Very cool. So we have Shamanist La Plata. Do they also hold the Falklands? No. Okay, so the Falklands as well as South Georgia are actually not part of a colonial nation. Very cool. So yeah, the first colonial nation, Shamanist La Plata, everyone. Very, very cool. Now, as you can see, this is all animist, or it was, but now we already have some Shamanist provinces. Very cool. I like that a lot. I really do. We do not have any Protestant, still the Protestant Empire, but soon enough they will be able to get this. Cool. I think that's very cool. And also, we also have Mayan Colombia. Perhaps they've been even quicker with that. Oh, so I did not even pay attention. So we have, so that's a good job, Maya. Good job, Maya. I have to say, really good job. So the Mayan Empire, seeing that they're being wiped out by the Nahuatl, they decided not only to, ally with all of their, brethren, I'd say. But they also decided, okay, if we're gonna get wiped out, we're at least gonna have a colonial nation that will spread our religion in South America, which is very cool. So the Mayan Colombia could actually survive. I mean, we don't know what the Inti will do, but that's very, very nice. And they're also now colonizing over here Mivok. Cool. I'm happy. Thank you, Maya, for not being extinct. Now, the only guys who are probably not going to be able to do anything will be the Confucians and the Jews, because they're just getting ass raped at the moment. And definitely the Sikh, and they're now swamped with rebels, peasants. Oh yeah, that's really a big bummer. For them. But yeah, the Jews will lose. But they're not at least under fire the entire time. Yeah, the Sikh are just done. They're just done. Which really is a shame. But yeah, cool. So we have colonial nations now. 2 already. One of the Mayans and one of the Shamanist. Which is not exactly the nations I expected to have colonial nations. But that is definitely cool. I like it. But yeah, the Jews are able to actually defend at least somewhat. So they've just won a battle, but they got jumped again. And yeah, they just had to give up over there. Okay. But they have been able to push back the Coptics a little bit, but that gave the Orthodox a chance to march into their land. Alright. Well, this alliance is really good. The Orthodox, I really like the Orthodox kind of policy, because they're kind of helping out, keeping the North and the Reformed in check, while they also, defend themselves against the Catholic, and now they use their nation, or their ally Coptics, to obviously keep the Ibadi in check, but also, kind of destroy the Jews. So they're really doing a really good job with their alliances. I'm very happy. But so are the Shinto, with their 2 alliances. And they should probably go to war at some point. I mean, they have these 2 huge empires, and, the Confucians are just terrible, so they should go to war. And Taiwan is now being colonized by the Mahayana Empire. Yeah. About time somebody grabs that. Okay. Nobody in Australia yet. I keep checking, but there's nobody there. Alright, any other wars? Yes, plenty. The Mahayanas have attacked the Confucians on their own without calling in the Shinto. And now, as I said, as expected, the Shia have taken this opportunity to strike at the Jews. So yeah, the Shias are really, they're just very aggressive. Look at all the claims. Hopefully they're gonna get stopped by the Orthodox at some point, because, I mean, they're just nuts. I think the Zoroastrians and the Orthodox should team up and kill the Shia. Just show them that they can't just conquer everyone. But they have 80,000 troops, man. That's quite amazing, actually. Alright, what else have we got? The Vajrayani have also taken the jump on the Confucians. So yeah, the Jews are under fire, and so are the Confucians. They already have rebels, pretender rebels, and now they're being attacked by 2 empires. So how long is their truce with the Shinto? Not long at all. So probably they will declare the war soon enough as well. Do they have a regency? Is that the reason? No. I don't know what is Shinto. They have claims, and both of their allies are at war with the Confucians. They should definitely declare this war. But I don't know. They probably want the bigger challenge. Perhaps they're not as cowardly as I thought they would be. Yeah, but they did not declare the war just yet. Okay. Now it's interesting because look at the Orthodox war. The Orthodox have pretty much destroyed the entire Jewish army and done all the hard work. Yet they're probably just gonna take Cyprus, if at all. They have not yet sent a single troop over there, so perhaps they're not even gonna take that. If they only take one province or something like this, the Shia will be the big nation that benefits from all of this. And I like how the Coptics actually occupied these provinces in the north. So the poor Jews are getting destroyed. It almost feels historical. Unfortunately, of course. But yeah, as I said, I don't have a particular alignment to anyone. I just don't want any nation to get destroyed, really, like completely. I just like all of the religions to stay alive. And yeah, so we see Cyprus had not been taken, but the Orthodox nonetheless took 2 provinces, which really is not a lot, considering that they have them 100% sieged almost. So now the Shia will march in and probably just take, yeah, all of their claims, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 provinces. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's what they're gonna do. Pretty sure that's what they're gonna do. I mean, they have the men, so yeah, definitely expect that to happen. How did this happen? Oh, look at this. The Catholics have been unable, silly enough, to keep to their 3 provinces over here. They still have 2 cores. One of them is only a claim, Bizerti. It's only a claim, but they have 2 cores here that they have been unable to keep. That's kind of bad. Do the Protestants have a colonial nation yet? No, it's still Protestant Empire. Okay. Well, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. This was the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Sikh Gironca, signing off.